Yo, this is Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, and a lot of other things. This is Bully Rants. This next one is about Gotti line. I'm not a Gotti line hater. Those who know me remember that actually I had Gotti line dogs before I had Edge dogs. The first dogs that I had actually were, well, they were actually 50-50, Gotti and Edge, and then I had a couple Gotti dogs. But people want to know what happened, and it's obvious and it's simple. Yes, the original Gotti line, gray line, that's basically what they were big, muscular, beautiful moving dogs, had a lot of fire, just a magnificent animal all the way around. I won't deny it. I fell in love with them. Juan Gotti, man. But you know, what happened is that, you know, and I've explained this before, but since this is a newer one, we'll go over it again. What happened is that the pocket class came along, and greed came along. What happened is you went from a time to where Gotti line had dogs, you know, like Monster G, these bigger dogs that were, you know, incredible and had their own following and everything, to all of a sudden, you know, you had Little Row, you had Paco, you had some of these dogs that were commanding $5,000 stud fees, $10,000 stud fees, and of course greed kicks in. But now you have a problem, because now your dogs are 100, 110 pounds, you know, some of them a little smaller, and it's like, how do I get down to these small dogs? Because this is what people want. People are spending big money for it. Well, it could have happened over a natural selection, but that would have took far too long of a time to get in on the money train. So basically, you know, for everyone who's asking what happened to Gotti line, it's just that a lot of those guys made a decision that today we see. Obvious traits of English bulldogs, obvious traits of French bulldog, and French bulldog is a pug, so obvious traits of pug. And they really chopped the dogs down by adding these little dogs in there to jump into the pocket class, into the money class, even going extreme, because, you know, they'll show you a pedigree whereas Juan Gotti is the grandfather, but, you know, this big, magnificent, muscular dog did not produce this 40-pound French bulldog looking dog. You know, it's obvious. You know, now if y'all remember, 3 years ago, they used to come on the radio shows, if you were around or whatever, and argue the fact, oh no, you don't tell me I'm hanging papers, this, that. Now the exotic movement has pushed itself forward to where people are proud of what they're doing. Now they're showing you in the backyard where English bulldogs are stuck to bullies and Frenchies are stuck to bullies, and I'm AIing this and this is what I'm doing. And that's what happened to Gotti. You know, plain and simple. If you ask me, do I like Gotti, or is Gotti good blood? Yes, some people still stuck to the script and they have old school Gotti blood, which is very good blood and very nice dogs. The guys who did the mixing and different things like that to create some of these dogs that they have now that obviously aren't bullies, you know, it's, I mean, I'm not going to insult anybody, but just in my eyes, it's garbage. You know, to put that on the American bully status is just not, it's just ain't real. The dogs cannot walk, they have trouble breathing. You know, these dogs are dying off at 1.5 years old. They're, you know, 40 pounds. I mean, I don't want no little 40-pound damn dog. That's why I got me an American bully. I wanted muscle, I wanted substance, I wanted a look, I wanted that baby to walk cool like me. But at the end of the day, you know, money is always the root to all evil. And yes, I agree, it was a very evil thing as to what they did to an empire that should have been built. And once upon a time, Gotti line could have quite possibly been better than what Edge was. Could have. That's all up to opinion. But as of today, you know, it's basically just remnants of what used to be. And it's sad when you look back at the pictures of what could have been, because those were some special dogs. But, you know, if you're new to this, use your eyes, man, and just believe what you see. You know, guys saw an avenue to make more money, and the money became more important than the legacy of the dogs and what they were putting out there. And it's just that bottom line. It's that serious. 100-pound dog line does not turn into a 40-pound mutated line in a span of 7 or 8 years just like that. It doesn't happen. And this was faster than that. We're talking 7 or 8 years later right now, but you know, that change happened in a 2 to 3 year span. And now if you look, the earlier dogs that became popular off of Gotti line that made that change, they dropped down and they became these super little pockets and these bully dogs. All of them are dead. You know, and that explains a lot. And that raises questions as to where do we go and where is it going. If you really care, you be real and you start looking for ways to make something better. But I don't ever think it'll happen, because still today, you know, we see the occasional $50,000 puppy. People think this is a lottery ticket, not a hobby, and a love and a passion for the dogs. So with that being said, it's pretty much as simple as that. Talk to you next time. Peace.